Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, Ruto was in the Mount Kenya region, and his promise to the people of Meru is going to shock you. But my worry here is not about what Ruto is saying or what he's promising to the people. My big worry is the people who normally clap for William Ruto when he makes some statement which has no any value to the people. Imagine a president promising the Meru people that is going to build a state house next to them so that the people of Meru can feel the presence of government in their area. I don't know how you feel the presence of government once you have a state house close to you. Watu wa Kisumu labda wanaweza tuambia hii. If you are in Kisumu, beba mkono juu tuambie, how do you feel the presence of government? And in which way would you want to feel the presence of government? Kuona security wakiwa pale kwa wakizingira property, or in terms of development? That statement was shared on the Standard, and this is what they're saying there. Breaking news. President William Ruto to build a state house in Meru County says decision aim at bringing government presence close to the region. Sasa Meru imekuwa region, wanahitaji state house to feel the presence of government. Then I asked myself a question. Is that the biggest priority for the people of Meru? Or Meru? Here is the biggest priority for you. If that is the William Ruto's agenda in this country, then I ask myself a question. Why is he not building a state house in Mandera? Why is he not building a state lodge in Turkana? What about Lam, Marsabit, or talk of Migori? Why is he not putting one in Bungoma? But his focus is in Meru. Let me tell you, what Ruto is promising, he can do it. Kwani kuna shida gani? Kuna shida kubwa kujenga state house, state lodge huko kweli? Si ni nyumba tu ya president kulala ndani na weka hapo security. But that has become a priority number one for William Ruto. This should be the last thing the people of Meru should be asking from William Ruto. Why would you talk about building a state house in Meru when you are not building a hospital in Meru? Tunaona watu wanakufa cancer. Between state lodge and hospital, Kenya Kwanza priorities ziko wapi? What would be the first priority between hospital and state house in Meru? You go and check some of the classrooms in this country. Kwanza sana sana mahali penye watoto wadogo wanasomea, these primary schools. At least for secondary it's a different story. Imagine maisha ya mtoto mdogo, miaka 5, 6, 7. Classroom they are open. Hakuna hata milango na madirisha. But a whole president is talking about building a state lodge next to the people, but not building a school for young kids to have proper structure for learning. No safety for our children. But a whole president is proposing to give a region a state lodge. Yes, there's no problem with that. You need to have. And I was asking myself a question. What is the distance from Nyeri to Meru? Ama kwa sababu Gachagwa has set the standard in Mount Kenya. And the precedence in Mount Kenya is that kile kitu wanahitaji zaidi ni mchele na nyama, then appointments. Because I was just wondering, when the people in Meru are discussing about State Lodge, governors in Western and Nyanza were discussing about sugar reforms. Tuliona kina Nyang'nyong, Governor Fernandes Barasa, Governor Achila Yako, Governor Lusaka, all governors wanaongea mambo ya miwa kule Western. Hey, lakini Meru wanaongea mambo ya State Lodge. Now, there is something here. Ruto is very clever. He's looking on how he can divide Mount Kenya region and maintain them by leading them, divide and rule. He want to rule Mount Kenya. So you divide Meru from the Kikuyus. So that now Meru wako independent huku. Wakishakuwa hivyo unaongoza kwa hiyo njia ya kwamba I brought a state house for you here. So you have your own thing here. You can plan your own things here. Na wale wengine wabaki huku. Such that if there will be any fallout between him and Gachagwa, ako na mahali pa kuanzia kukimbilia. Anaanza na huku, ana divide, anaweka kando. Lafu arudi kwa huku kwengine. And because he will have divided, he will also get something in this other side. So this is only meant for divide and rule. He want to rule Mount Kenya, and for you to rule them properly, you have to make them divided. Wanza kutengeneza hiyo mambo. Kama kuna president mwenye anaendeleza siasa za ukabila, ni Ruto. Ndio maana watu wanaongea kuhusu hizi, tunahitaji kuwa na county yetu, tunahitaji, they need now 11 more counties. Saka. When we just need 10 of them. But Ruto like that kind of politics because he want to divide more units so that he can now start owning. Anawambia watu niliwapea hii. So you have to recognize, na ni hivyo ndio itaenda. And this should be rejected. So in Meru, priority is wrong. It is misplaced. State Lodge is not a priority. How many times will the president come in that State Lodge? What value will it bring to the people? Si alikuwa Kakamega, wiki moja ameenda. Labda atakaa another year ndio muone Kakamega. Amekuja kukaa huko tena. Ama akikuja ni siku moja na ni hivyo. Hiyo sio hospitali penye watu wanaenda kila siku kupata matibabu. Sio ofisi yenye watu wanaenda kila siku kupata huduma ya serikali. Hapana. So that is, watu wanahitaji barabara. Watu wanahitaji maji. Lakini huko, and by the way, for those who remember, the former Machakos Senator, Johnson Muthama, when he was campaigning, he said that Alfred Mutua misplaced the Machakos priority by building a state of governor's office. Ile governor office ilijengwa mpaka Statehouse Nairobi ikaonekana kama atoe. Ilibakia kuwa atoe. Mutua alieka a lot of resources in building governor's office. Na Muthama alisema, if it will happen that he become the next governor, the first thing he will do, it will be to change the Machakos governor's office into a level 5 hospital. Huyo alikuwa Muthama, and I agreed with him. Priority for Mutua was upside down. Ilikuwa ajenge hospitali, ajenge mashule, ajenge mabarabara. Ofisi tu ikuja baadaye, na hata ikuwa ni ofisi ndogo tu. Lakini yeye aliona ajenge ofisi yenye itabishana na ile ya Statehouse Nairobi. And this is now the new politics we are having here. These people, when they were campaigning, they never promised to build a State Lodge in any of these regions. Hawakusema hiyo, but that has become their first priority. Kama Ruto ataenda kujenga state lodge in Meru, then that will be his first project. Alafu mtatuambia tunaenda wapi? Sababu hiyo ndio kitu ngeni sasa yeye ameongelea siku ya leo. Ilikuwa jana. Hiyo ndio itakuwa kitu ya kwanza ametimiza kwa hii nchi. Hizi zingine zote zenye huwa anafanya ni za Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Zake bado. So watu wa Meru mjipange. Mnakuja kugawanywa, mtaletewa state lodge. After that one mtaambiwa vile mtajipanga kivyenu. Kindiki sasa mnajipanga naye hapo. Na Gachagwa huku anakuwa divided. Kimani Ichung'wah aongee yake tofauti. Nini Nyoro yake tofauti. Gachagwa yake tofauti. And that is politics.